Okay, so now we are doing the first activity, which is electron microscopy. So in the electron microscopy, the electrons are going through the graphite here. What we will do, it's just like an optical microscope where light goes through some material. Instead of light here, we have the electrons going through. And just like in an optical microscope, we are going to try to change the shape of the electron rays, and then so that basically, just like light rays, where when they go through objects, through lenses, they can form an image. So that's what we are trying to do here. We are trying to form an analog of an optical image using electrons. So what we will do, we will put a magnet next to the tube, and the magnet is going to deflect the electrons. It will make them wider, and when the electron beam becomes wider, then this is going to magnify the image of the graphite powder that it's going through. It's actually going through some nickel mesh with graphite powder deposited on. Again, when the electron beam is kind of spreading outward, it's going to generate a magnified image. So
you're looking to see the image of the mesh and the graphite powder. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's give it a try. See
okay.
what
Let me
happens.
move the magnet in, and I'll see what I can do with my hands.
So now we are seeing something.
Okay. Let me
see if I can focus.
Try and hold that still.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see the lines of the mesh?
Yeah, I think they can see it. It's a little bit hard to focus, but let me increase exposure just a little bit.
I see the graphite powder.
Yeah, so the dots that you are seeing are dots of graphite powder here. And in the center, there is a white area. I think that's also graphite powder, basically. And then the lines that you see are just the nickel mesh, basically.
Well, okay, now you want to make the lines wider?
Sure.
I can do that by changing the field.
So are you moving it away, or?
I'm trying to move it away to make the field weaker.
So
I think there the lines are more visible and farther apart. You see them? Of course, they can freeze frame their video. There the lines are wider apart. You can see the mesh line. See how wide the lines are apart now? On the right side of the screen.
yeah, if you can actually see it in the video. Mm-hmm.
And then if I make the field stronger, you'll see the lines there. They're going to get narrower. As I move the magnet in closer.
Oh, I need to change the exposure again here. Okay.
The magnet's closer now. Stronger field. Okay, so I think that's a good demonstration of what you wrote about in the lab manual.
Yeah, and then what happens when you rotate the magnet, kind of?
Oh, that will bend the electrons the other way, so you'll see that image flip. You see it flip upside down, right?
Yeah, this is a good image of the mesh. Actually, I think now they can see the mesh.
Yeah, you can see the mesh.
What if you move the magnet around? Just like
over here.
Oh no, just like move it around in the same position, around the same point.
Okay, back over here. You want to come back over here, and then move it this way.
Yeah, left and right, up and down, maybe.
There's closer and further, and then if I move it up and down, there you go.
Oh, now they can see the mesh.
You see the mesh there?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and then I go up the other way. Come down again this way.
Mm-hmm.
There's the mesh. You see the grid?
Yeah, let me focus here, Doc. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see it better there?
Yeah, they can see it.
Okay.
Let's see if I can focus.
So electrons are going in and scattering off of this nickel mesh with the graphite on it, and they're obviously scattering off the object, just like light does, and if they hit a pattern, they leave with that pattern.
So one limitation of electron microscopy is that you need vacuum, right? So you cannot do it in air. So this is obviously a vacuum tube, so electron microscopy is possible. But you cannot basically do electron microscopy in the air because electrons cannot be transmitted in the air. So what it means is that if you want to like look at a bug or anything living, the living thing unfortunately needs to be dead because it's going to be in the vacuum.
See if I can, are you seeing them good now in your exposure? Trying to hold my hand steady there. I can see the grid very well. Can you?
Let me see. Let me get a shot from the front. Yeah.
With the graphite.
Yeah, I think.
The bright spots are the graphite deposits.
I think they can see it. Let me reduce the exposure just a little bit. Actually, let's see.
How's that? Is
Actually,
that?
I increase the exposure, so let me use it. Yeah, I think they can see it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I think we did quite a bit electron microscope here. And then now move the magnet away slowly. See what happens. And now our dot is coming back and our rings are coming back in the focus. Okay, now we are back to our rings. And let me set the exposure here one more time so that we can take our data points. So are we starting taking data now, Doug?
For the
Okay, maybe let's turn off this video and then
yeah,
the
we'll
next
take
video
data
is
for
gonna
electron diffraction. Yeah.
be for the diameters of the
rings.
Rings, right? So.